Okay, well, you can't find a COVID grant. Sure, they're not falling off of trees like they were 6, 8 months ago, but they're in the bushes. So you got to shake the bushes and find them. But there's another thing you could do too, is learn about 37 other kinds of grants that the government gives out. These are grants that have been going on every year. See, the COVID grants are just new ones because of COVID, right? But the government has been setting up grant programs like this since day one. And what I've done is put together a description of the 37 other kinds of grants that are available for people, okay? Because the COVID grants are because of what we're going through, okay? But we've always had, and it's even more money than what was given out in COVID grants. And it's given out every single year, year after year after year. So I put together this lesson, and it's a video. It's 37 little short videos, like 2, 3 minutes at most, to teach you about these other kinds of grants and how to use government programs to pay for stuff that you don't have to pay for. That you're now, looking for a COVID grant to pay for this other stuff. Well, just think if you could find a grant that pays for that other stuff, not just because of COVID. And if you go to this website, www.free.lesco.com, Let's Go member. You don't even have to be a member. This is for non-members too. But I don't know why I called it that, but it is. So www.free.lesco.com/Let's Go member, all small letters, okay? When you get there, it'll ask you for your email, and you put that in, and then you'll get to another page you'll have access to is all the videos, okay? And there's a whole bunch here. There's everything here. Now, there's money for housing, money for business, grants for education and training, or debt relief, and all this kind of stuff. See, the COVID grants are because of COVID, okay? Housing grants are because of housing, okay? Not COVID housing, just any kind of housing. You want to be a real estate investor, stuff like that. So I have it all on the list here. If you go through the list, and you'll say, okay, grants to pay for job training and education. Okay, so you come down here, and you'll see separate videos here for college, for healthcare and retirement, how to pay for training, new skills, more internet programs for training, state and local training, create your own job as a contractor. See, nothing to do with COVID. It's just you need a job. Okay, here's a way that government has money to help you create a job as a contractor. Grant money to pay those pesky bills and expenses. All those things as help. Even car repair, phone bills, all these kinds of things that are not COVID. They're there every single year. They'll be there, when COVID's gone, whenever the hell that's going to be, they'll still be here. And people forget about it. They think they'll have to pay out of pocket. No, you don't have to do that now. You didn't have to do that last year. You could be using these. But that's what's so interesting to me about the COVID money, and there's so much, is teaching people about what the government does. And there are these programs, and then how to start educating yourself, how to take advantage of these programs, because it's not like, giving money to somebody. When someone's giving you money, it's a different relationship, and you have to learn how to use that relationship and what that's about. See, we're used to going on the internet, and we want to buy something, and everybody's kissing our butt to get our money. Well, these people don't do that because they're giving money. So you gotta kiss their butt a little bit. And search it. So that's what I'm trying to teach people, how to do all that. And there's more than COVID money. Okay, this is non-COVID money that's given out in personal grants, and you have COVID money given out in personal grants. More every year too. So this is something you really could use forever. Learning COVID, they're not going to be here next year, but at least you're learning the system, and that's what's neat. So now that you're learning those skills, then you could do it here. Okay, home repair, home purchasing. Here's a healthcare, paying for prescription drugs, or getting free dental work, free legal help. Anybody screws you around in this country, you get free legal help to fight them. You can't pay your student loans. What are you going to do with that? Nothing to do with COVID. Well, actually, it is. They tied those two together a little bit. People do free research in your community. There's a whole bunch of organizations that I show you how to find, and they do the research for you. Sort of what I charge you, the $20 for you. They'll do it for free. So use them for free first, right? Okay. Crowdfunding, how to use those sources. It's an important tool now, whether you're for business or for private or whatever, to help out a neighbor. You have a neighbor that's sick and lost their job, not because of COVID, but for anything. And you could raise money, and I show you examples of how people do that. Peer-to-peer loans, which are cheaper than the bank because you cut out a middleman. So if there's just a platform, so you go to the bank, right, and give money to the bank, and you get interest on the money, 1%, if you're lucky. They go and lend it to 20% to some small business. Whatever they do, right? But it's a big spread. So here on peer-to-peer loans, they're lending it out at like 5-6% and giving you 3 or 4%. So you're making a lot of money. They're getting a lot of cheaper money because you don't have to pay Wall Street. So all those things, they're the kind of things that are available, and I show you about those. The little short videos for all those places, whether it's paying for car repair, or children's daycare, or even burial expenses. All those things that the government pays for that people have no idea. And so that's what I'm trying to educate about, those things that the government's already paying for, that you don't have to, if you know where to go. So that's why I love telling people where to go. And that's what Let's Go Help is about. So this will teach you what to look for. The biggest problem is you don't need me if you know what to look for. The problem is people don't even know what to ask for and what to look for. So that's what I'm doing. If you need help with that, fine. Give me $20 and I'll point you, show you, or whatever. But by knowing that it's there is half the problem. Because that way, what to ask for. You call up, hey, I want a grant. Well, you didn't know you get burial expenses, or whatever. I mean, there's just stuff we never know about, or down payment money you don't have to pay back, And they call it a loan, but you don't have to pay. You stay in the house 5 years, well, you don't pay. Forget the 20 grand. Yeah, and it's yours. And that's what's neat. At least that's what keeps me excited. And I'm going to be doing this for 15 years, at least, maybe, I hope.